Their faces are everywhere. The single mom you work with, the shy little girl in your daughter's class, your elderly neighbor. They look just like everyone, just like you and me, until you look closer. The single mom doesn't go to lunch with you or your colleagues. You never see her eat. She says she's on a diet. That shy little girl in your daughter's class comes to school with no snack. She's always first in the lunch line. You see your neighbor in the supermarket buying a box of macaroni and cheese and cat food and crackers, but he doesn't have a cat. These are the faces of hunger. Their hunger and their need are hidden right in front of us. Hunger is epidemic in our state. Hundreds of thousands of New Mexican men, women, children, and seniors are at risk of going hungry every day. An estimated 350,000 New Mexicans, or 1 out of 6, are at risk of going hungry. That's equal to the population of Santa Fe, Las Cruces, Rio Rancho, Farmington, and Gallup combined. Hunger has a face and a story. The faces of hunger are men and women just like you and me, but they can't feed their families or themselves. And hunger has a story about the organization working to build hope to end hunger in New Mexico, Roadrunner Food Bank, and its network of 700 partner agencies.
I've been doing this kind of work for 20 years, and I've seen the face of the hungry change. When I first began, it was unheard of for us to feed someone who was working. Now, unfortunately, that's not the case. In fact, it breaks my heart that someone could be working hard and doing everything they know how to do to feed their families, and it just isn't enough.
I'm a single mom. I have 6 kids, and they range from the ages of 22 to 4. Towards the end of the month, the food's going away. There's hardly anything left, and it's hard. There's nothing. That's when you're like, okay, how do I make a meal tonight? Or how do I make this last? It just gets difficult, and it hurts when you have to tell your kids, okay, well, look, this is all we have, so we have to save it, for the next day, or you can't have seconds. That's hard.
The families who come here are like the rest of the community. They are low income. The majority is low income. They're working. They work very hard. Their husbands work, and sometimes they work. But it's not enough to buy everything. It doesn't stretch far enough to pay for everything they need. They're left needing fruit, they need milk, needing something, but they don't have the money to buy it. I have lived it, but thank God we have places like this that help us.
Hunger can happen to anyone. Imagine a major accident, a loss of a job. Many of us are only 1 or 2 paychecks away from being hungry. Parents will do anything to shield their children from hunger. Children are among the most vulnerable of our community to the effects of hunger. Hungry children are more prone to illnesses and have difficulty learning. The effects can last a lifetime. 1 of 4 New Mexican children lives in poverty. 22% of children regularly eat less than they need, and a reported 16%, or 1 in 6, miss meals.
Here at La Promesa, we have 250 students. We are a Provision 2 school, which means 90% of our families qualify for free and reduced lunch. Here at school, we call Mondays, in the cafeteria, we call them our Clean Tray Mondays. On Mondays, because our children have had very little, if anything, to eat on the weekends, most of the trays are clean. Some of our families don't have a lot, and when you drive around the area and some of the homes we've been into, there's just not a lot there. One of the things that I did the first summer I was out here is I went for a drive into my neighborhoods, and I was just devastated to see the conditions some of our families are living in. Houses with no running water, houses with no electricity. Periodically we will take teachers out for home visits just so they can see the conditions their children are living in and understand what remarkable children we have here, that they can come from those environments and come to this school and produce quality work. It's just great. Yesterday when our food shipment came, everybody was walking on cloud nine, and I have a child who, and we did get him something. He's, ever since we mentioned the program to him, and he's not one of our little ones, he's a 6th grader. He kept coming, when do I get my backpack? When do I get my backpack? And so yesterday we pulled something together for him, because that tells us at that age, if he's asking for it, if he's asking for the backpack, we know there's very little, if any, food in the home for the weekend. When it gets really tough is when an older sibling will ask for more because they have a little sister or a little brother at home. And they know that, the nice thing is they know to ask. The sad thing is they know this is what's going to be their dinner, so they want to make sure they have enough for all their siblings.
An ever-growing number of the hungry are seniors. Last year, 21,000 seniors sought emergency food assistance. Living on fixed incomes of $500 to $1,000, seniors struggle to pay their rent, their utilities, medicines, and food. What should be their golden years are times of worry and despair.
I don't make that much. I still have to pay. I own my own trailer, mind you, but I pay rent for the land where I have my trailer. So here we go again. You know, between the gas, light. During the summer, it's not so bad. During the winter, devastated. I have no insurance, no health insurance, and I have no medical, health insurance, and I don't have like for buying my drugs and stuff. So I don't take them anymore because I can't afford them. I come over here every Tuesday, and that just helps me and my wife keep our heads over water on food and stuff. We pinch pennies here and there so we can make it, no?
Hunger takes a toll on everyone's health. It is especially devastating for children and seniors. For the elderly, lack of food and chronic hunger causes acute illness, progresses their aging, and hampers their ability to recover. To stay healthy, they need fresh fruits, vegetables, dairy products, and the meats they get from Roadrunner Food Bank.
It has helped me. When I take this food home, I wash it, I clean it, I cook it, and then some of it I put it in the freezer, and some I make use of it at the home, which I make use of everything. Even the sour milk, if it gets sour, I make cheese out of it. I don't throw nothing away.
Every year, more and more people need our help, and that is a very bad thing, because when people are hungry, they feel hopeless. At the food bank, we provide food that helps people with their immediate need, but we also provide hope for a better life for people and their families. We have a plan, and that is a very good thing. It's a plan that can deliver 12 million additional meals to hungry people in New Mexico over the next 3 years. We can make this happen, and we need your help. With your help, we will deliver every day some of those 12 million meals to neighbors and friends in New Mexico.
Thanks for all the people that really care. They come out and try to relate the message to them that other people are way needier than I am. Way needier than I am. But it wasn't for you people and the help of God and churches and people that really get involved. Too many people will really be suffering. I have to thank you very much.